All right, the wife wanted to buy a Christmas decoration for the wall here, but instead we're going to be cheap and make one. So stick around and let me show you how we do it. All right, so this is where we're going to be doing it at. You can see I actually have some just painter's tape on the wall. This is so I can get measurements. And then we'll go downstairs and we're going to get some lumber cut for this and we'll show you how we're going to put it together. Alright, so I jotted up some rough paper here and my measurements for each piece. So these correspond to these. Now I just gotta make sure these are all the same dimensional size. So now we're gonna get these on the table saw once I get it cleaned up and get them cut. Alright, to get my sizes, I'm not doing anything special here. I'm going to take the thinnest measurement I have, and that's where we're going to make them square with everything. So I have the table saw is off right now. So we're going to bring this up so I have enough to get through. Bring that over. And there's my size. Now we just got to rip these all down this way. And I want to take it that way also. So let's run through these. Alright, you may notice how I was cutting these, because you can see, doing this way, I come out with my perfect piece that I'm looking for. And this is just scrap cut off that I could actually use for corner trim on something. But for now, I don't need that. These are the pieces I'm interested in. Alright, my next step is actually going to be cleaning this up. Because I got a little bit of mess and I don't want to be tripping over anything. So we're going to go ahead and get all this vacuumed up. Then we'll be back. Alright, I want 150, so we're going to go ahead and get these all sanded up. You can see my little homemade attachment I got here to try to catch some of the dust. So we'll get you set up here and we'll get started. It's not doing anything, so we'll put that aside. I'll get another one and we'll be back. All right, we got them all sitting here, all sanded. These are all ready for the next step. Now the next step is gonna be using a piece of rope that I already have. So let me grab that. We gotta get into here, because I got my rope here. Here's an end of it. So really what I wanna do is find which side is the closest one. And none of these are small enough to match what I need to do. I wanted to use hole saw, but I guess I won't be able to, because that's not gonna be tight enough. So let me get the other drill bits. All right, so let's see. Let's go with the smallest and see what that does. That's a little too tight. But the biggest one here. Okay, that's gonna be our winner. All right, so now I just want to line these all up. And I was trying to do them individual, but what we're gonna do is this, so that way I can score a line across all of them on that end. Now we'll do the flip those around and do the other side too. This is just so they will all hang evenly. All right, so I got that. Now I just gotta go through and I'm gonna mark each individual one so I can find center this. All right, these marks that I got for center, they don't have to be absolutely perfect, but I guess gonna be taking a lot of this wood away, so I wanna make sure my hole is centered so I don't have it too far off. So, but this was actually pretty simple. This one is 1 inch wide, so literally 1/2 inch would be the center on these. So that's how we got this all measured. So now let's head over to the drill press and we'll get you set up for that. Cut, this is the angle I want. So your angle is probably gonna be different, but this is what I want. So now, let me grab one of these short ones and I'll show you real quick what we're gonna do. Is we got our hole on the top. So now we're gonna put this down here. Our drill bit will hit our center point and then we drill down through. Because I don't want these to be completely straight, so these are going to pinch on the rope when you turn them at a little bit of an angle. So when you flatten it, it'll pinch the rope and it won't slide up and down. So let me get you set up and we'll start drilling. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go through and just touch some of these up, you know, hit them with the sander again a little bit, just to get the lines gone and, you know, clean up my blowout here a little bit. But you don't need to see me do that. We're going to use this again, but I'm going to use it right here instead of getting you all set up. So as soon as I get done, we'll be right back. All right, our next thing we got to do is actually get this rope, you know, which I have here, fed through all this. But I need to get the center of the rope, so that's just a simple matter of grabbing each end, holding it together, and going until I find the middle. So that's the point that is the middle. So I'm gonna actually get some tape put on that so I know, hey, there's the middle, stop, don't go any farther. If I can get the tape on. And this doesn't have to be exact, because I know I'm gonna have extra rope that I'm gonna have to cut anyway. But this lets me know, stop at that point. All right, now to get one of these ends fed through, what I did is there's a center core. So you can see the center core. What I did was I kind of played with the outer sheath and got this to come up over it. And now I can actually take this and make it skinnier. But to keep it that way, I'm gonna use tape again. And this will help me feed it through. So we're just gonna wind this around. So now I can feed this through my boards a lot easier. And I'll have to do that to the other end also. So let me show you how we're gonna, how we're putting this through these. All right, so first things first, I got my boards laid out according to the size. So I don't know if you can see, but you got the smaller and then all the way down to the biggest one at the bottom. So now all we have to do is take your board and you wanna make sure the small is, basically when you look at these, this is in farther from the end and this one is out. So I know this is the farther away it is from here, that's the top one. So now I just want to feed this down through. And we want to get the next one and do the same thing until we feed it all the way down through all of them. Oh, this one's upside down. And these ends are not all gonna stay even like this. This is just so I can get this pulled through easier. Now I'm gonna go until I'm standing on it. Until I'm just about to that point. I just want to pull through most of these just to get a rough idea, because we're going to finish this as far as the spacing upstairs, but I want to figure out a way to hang on here. So now I got to do the other end, but you're smart, you can see I'm going to do it just like I did that side on the other end. So once I get the other side fed through, we'll be right back. Okay, so originally I was just going to hang it by the rope, but I changed my mind because it's going to be hard to hang that, on a nail basically upstairs. It's actually a screw, but you know what I mean, hanging it on the head. So what I did is I came up with this. I found this old, it was an L bracket from something. I actually took the drill bit and drilled out a hole here so that way I can hang this and fasten underneath. So now I can hang this on the nail and that'll support everything. So now we gotta take this upstairs and get my spacing done so that way I can finish up my rope. So let's head up there. We got it hanging on the wall. I just hung it by my little piece up here at the top. So that's just hanging there. And you can see I just pulled it down and got it lined up roughly where I need my tape marks on the wall. Doing it this method, I'll be able to move these however I wish as far as aligning, or if I want them crooked. Now I just gotta mark off where I need to cut my rope and figure out how I'm fastening the rope to this bottom one, because that's the only thing that has to stay permanently affixed. Okay, so I came up with an idea, and it was actually very simple. I just tied a knot, and it can rest on the knot. So that's all I have to do to it. Now I'm gonna go down and figure out if I wanna put any kind of stain on this. I do gotta get these cut down a little bit. I might try to tighten my knots up, but that's it for now. All right, I'm calling this done. So hopefully you like this little project, but now it can actually be decorated with garland. You can wrap lights on it. You can actually put little nails here, hang ornaments on it. So all that can be done, but that's gonna be up to you how you wanna do it. But I just wanna show you how you can adjust these if you want. So you can see I deliberately made this one really crooked. So let me go over here and I can show you. But now I can move this, bring that down, And you can adjust these however you want. So if you want one some farther apart, some closer together, and it all hangs there. It's actually pretty secure. So you can put a bunch of weight hanging on there. All right, hope you liked it. Give me a thumbs up, and I greatly appreciate it. All right, and here's what it looks like after my darling wife got through and decorated it. So now you can see it with lights on. Let's turn all the lights off. And that's what it looks like in here.